Timeout. 30 seconds. 30 second timeout. This is why we have the own episode for it. This is exactly why.
No, please. All right.
What in the actual is that take? That's the worst take I've ever heard in my life.
Welcome back, Degenerates. Is your team in first place in their division? Cause ours is We're back.
Right.
We're ready for another week. We're doing a new thing this week. We have NFL on Fridays, college football by themselves on Thursdays, so that was yesterday. You're getting your own NFL video just for you. All the picks, all the best games, all for you this week. Let's get into it this week, boys. What do you say?
Yep, let's talk some games.
Six games of madness.
Let's talk some games.
Woo!
After a very exciting week in the NFL last week that we covered extensively in the Wednesday recap. If you haven't seen that, go ahead. Watch that video. It's on the channel. It was electric. We also made fun of Michael for Texas losing, but we've covered that in a couple episodes already. This week is even better, arguably. A bunch of games. We have 6 highlight games to talk about. And then a bunch of cards. So, and we already have a Mortal Lock Parlay to tell you. We'll remind you what it is at the end of the episode.
Oh, yeah.
First game. Big game. First game, big game. Seahawks at Bengals. Joe Burrow, so back. Cincinnati, -3. Over-under is 45.5. I'll start with our resident Joe Burrow fan club member. Mario, go ahead.
You like this guy.
Now, I am a Joe Burrow fan. But, dude, I can't get away from Seahawks +3. I feel like kind of a fish. I feel like the public's going to be all over this.
I love it.
But I just feel like Seahawks have a slightly better defense. Joe Burrow went up against a very weak defense in Arizona, torched them, rightfully so. I think this is going to be a bit tougher of a game for him. I like the over/under here. I like the over 45. I think Bengals, regardless, are still going to put up points. Seahawks defense isn't that amazing, and obviously Seahawks always put up points. So I think over's definitely a good play here. And I do like Seahawks +3.
Yeah, public money all over the over. Public very split on the spread.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Love it.
So you ended up siding with the public.
Big public guy.
Over.
Bang.
You got to go with over.
Bang.
Gotta go.
Joey over.
Mr. Public.
Joey over.
Hey, Joey's going to put up points.
Joey checked it.
I feel
Joey over. Joey checked that. That's what I heard they're calling him that.
I mean, that deep ball to Chase was...
Yeah, he wasn't checking down last week.
He was
checking down the field.
Yeah, he was checking. All right, Mr. Yoon.
This is going to be a gut play, as in a gut feel play.
Shoot from the hip.
It's good.
Bring it back.
I'm going to go with the... Maybe I'm actually the Joe
Don't
Burrow
arch
fan.
your back like that. No.
I'm saying no.
No. Cut that.
No, you're get your face out of the gutter, all right now? Yeah.
Your face
Breathe-
out of the gutter.
breathe
That's
some-
that one. Normally
Breathe
it's
some fresh air.
Keep your head in there.
Yeah, normally it's your
Get
head
out of there.
All right,
No,
you
no,
know
no.
what? I was looking out for you. You know what? Go ahead.
Y'all need to breathe.
Arch your back
Y'all
on
need
camera.
to breathe.
Go ahead.
Y'all
I'll-
need to breathe.
I'll let you do what you're doing.
You get your head out of the gutter.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll let you do what you're doing. Yes.
Anyway, shooting from the hip here. Absolute gut shot.
Hips don't
Joe Burrow. I'm Shakira.
Hips don't lie.
He's like 80% on NFL. His hips don't lie at all.
Yeah, hips don't lie. Arch your back. Hips don't lie.
Hips
Go
don't
ahead.
lie.
I'll be shaking and grooving.
All
right.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Make a pick.
Where are we
Make a
going?
pick.
Where are we
Dude,
going?
I've been trying to. You guys
No,
are
we've been
interrupting
interrupted.
me.
Yeah, where are you going, Mike? Where are you going?
I'm going with the Bengals +2.5 here.
Whoa, wow. Bengals are plus 2.
Can I get the Bengals?
Wait, that's a wild line. The Bengals are. Let me repeat the spread. Bengals -3 over under 45.5. Michael,
All right.
who do you like in this game?
I like the Bengals -2.5 here.
-3.
-3 here.
What?
No, he's going to buy the half.
He doesn't want to say it. He's so afraid of the pick. He doesn't want to say
He
it.
does not want to bet this line.
I love this line. Anyways, I think they have a more convincing win over Arizona than the Seattle wins over New York and Carolina. Like, come on.
It's more points.
No.
Didn't the Seahawks beat the Lions?
Yes, and they beat the Giants by 21. Bengals only beat the Cardinals by 14.
What's your logic here?
Yeah,
You
what's
said
your lie?
that,
What are
you
you
said
trying
they
to get
didn't
at?
have more convincing
No.
wins.
What are you trying to get at, Ryan?
Yeah, what'd you say? I'll go with the Bengals.
All right, Bengals.
But Bengals plus 2.5 is the pick.
Bengals plus 2.5. That's the real play.
Alt spread. Alt spread. -750.
All right.
What a bag.
Something about
Tyler, where are you going?
Bengals.
You know what? That's Michael's upset of the week.
It's Bengals.
Bengals.
All right.
Bengals.
I have to fade Mike because none of that made any sense. I'm going to go Seahawks plus 2, and I really love the over with Mario 46. I think this is score.
Did we just
Seahawks
skip
overs
that?
are great.
No, I said Bengals.
You said Bengals.
Oh,
Like, go ahead, Tate.
Nothing else to say.
I'm going to take the Seahawks as well, actually, here. I think Joe Burrow's still hurting a little bit, and the Seahawks are a much better team than the Cardinals. I think they'll stay in it.
Bang.
Wow.
Bang.
All right, let me get back on track.
Got him.
Smokes.
Got
That was a journey right there. We're game one. That was game one.
Dude, I literally kept getting
Pick two,
interrupted
game
every
one.
5.5
Big game,
seconds.
game 1.
Yeah. All right. Game 2, big game.
Yeah.
Vikings at Bears. The
I have a
battle
lot
of
to
the
say about
two
this one.
really bad, but maybe at the same time kind of good teams.
I like that.
The line Minnesota -2.5, even without Justin Jefferson. The total 44.5. Tate, tell me what you think here.
Over.
Yep.
Over.
What side?
Over.
What side?
Over.
Just over.
Just the over.
Just the over.
Wow, just the over.
You don't even care.
No, I don't even care.
Why is that?
Over.
Does that have something to do with Bears overs?
Bears overs.
Bears overs undefeated.
Shout out
on the season
Tyler.
so far. Shout out Justin Fields.
That might be the best trend we
He
have on
gets
the
both
podcast
teams
so far.
points.
Bang.
Not anymore. All right. I love the over as always. Consensus pick, can't go wrong. I also, Bears plus 2.5. I said Justin Fields after week 3 looks like a real quarterback, and he has. He's covered.
Again?
Oh, I already draw too many.
The line's
This
already
is-
behind him.
this
He
is
drew
with
the
no-
line. He
oh,
stepped past
I'm
the
walking.
line.
I'm
It's
walking.
gone now.
That line's
Oh,
way in the
He
past.
stepped
Oh, yeah,
way
okay.
past that
Alright,
line
I
in the
can't even see
sand.
the line
Yeah, the
anymore.
line
I
in the
respect
sand's
that.
way back there.
This is 2 games in a row. He covered in one out. Great win last week, a murder. He looks great. Him and DJ Moore connection, whatever. They're going to not guard DJ Moore. He'll have 300 yards and 3 touchdowns every game.
Yeah.
I love Bears plus 2.5 and the money line. I just think the Vikings aren't great. And without Jefferson, I just have no idea. I mean, Hawkinson's going to have to have the game of his life. But,
Yeah.
I think the Bears are just going to – they're rolling right now. They're scoring points, staying in games. I love the Bears plus 2.5.
I love how
Over.
I love how the Bears win a game and they're rolling. That's
Oh,
fine.
because the
That's
game.
fine.
I'm saying as a
No, they're
whole.
rolling.
No, they're rolling.
They are rolling. They are. I'm actually on. I'm with you. I think they're rolling, but I think it's just like the narrative's funny there. That's like
They're rolling.
they won one game in 365 days. Like
Bang.
They're
rolling.
They're
No,
rolling.
no,
They're
they're
rolling.
bang.
Hey, you know what to
They're
say.
rolling.
All you need is one.
Yeah, something really scared me with this Justin Jefferson report that came out when they said they might just hold him out the entire year because they're not planning on doing anything. Basically, like the team's just kind of planning on losing out.
It's pretty lit.
Yeah. This scares me. I think Kirk Cousins still plays for like his relevance in the NFL. Like if they just like he looks like ass and they just like lose out, like no one's gonna be like, oh, give me Kirk. But so I think he tries. I think they put up a fight here. I'm with Tate though. I'm not picking a side in this game. I definitely am not betting on Minnesota minus points without their best player.
Over.
And I'm definitely not betting on the Bears ever. So over 44.5. I'm undefeated taking this so far. I'm going to keep hammering it. Definitely on the card. Over 44.5 is the play.
Love it.
Over. Over.
Holy crap! We have only one pick on the side.
I mean, I guess to make it consensus, yeah, I'll go.
It has to be a pick. You have to want to take it.
Yeah,
No, I'm gonna-
don't
I'm gonna make a pick. Just let me finish. I'm just
pick.
no. Chill out. Jeez.
You scared me there. It was like you're taking it by default. I didn't
Yeah,
want you
you
to
don't,
like.
you don't
No, that
have
was-
to do anything.
No. That was one of my picks.
Oh,
but I'm
good.
saying just to make it consensus, like I'm taking the over. I'm always taking
So
Bears.
consensus. Consensus.
Over. We have a couple of consensus.
Yeah, this
Bang.
week's gonna be
You-
dangerous.
you have
it-
If we go consensus picks undefeated this week, that's electric.
Dude,
We might have to
I
start
might
charging.
need to take a pre-end of the week loan from one of y'all to keep betting more.
Do not do that.
Okay, I'm not gonna do
This
I-
is
I
not
won't.
gambling advice.
No.
Do you have it at 2.5 for the Vikings or
Yes.
Yeah.
okay? Because I saw it at 3, 2.5.
It is still 2.5.
It's still 2.5. Okay, because I love Bears plus 3, 2.5. I'm gonna flippity flop.
Tell the kids to buy the point.
Wow.
No, I'm gonna flippity flop. Go Vikings.
Wow, that's
That's
a gnarly logic.
No, I just think
2.75 is his line in the sand.
no. I had it like I think it's a close game. I'm not going to be betting heavily on the spread, but I think it's a really close game. But I think Vikings like maybe win by a field goal. So the fact that the Bears can't cover losing by a field goal, I don't like that. So
Yeah.
Love it.
just give me the better quarterback, Kirk. But bigger play, mega play,
Over. You got to bet Bears over.
Bang.
Yeah,
You
Bears
have to
overs.
bet Bears over.
I don't know how they're gonna get there, but they're just they somehow get,
points.
Yeah, somehow points.
Somehow points.
That's the model of the year.
Chicago Bears.
Over.
Next game. This game is the only NFL mortal we have in our parlay, as you would have seen on Thursday.
Scary game.
Wild game. 49ers
Weird
at Cleveland.
Game of the month.
The
Game of the
spread
month.
is -5.5 for San Francisco. The total, 37.5 points.
Tell us what you think about this game, Tyler.
I'll start. It's your game of the month. They've already heard what you said.
Please
I'll start.
Start.
Your game of the month has kind of moved me on this. We watched San Francisco last week score 49 points on the Cowboys.
42, right?
42 points on the Cowboys. They scored 42. They took out their starters.
Arguably the best defense in the league.
I'd say 49ers up there. I don't think Cowboys
49ers
defense is
are the best
that
defense,
crazy
yeah.
good. They're pretty good, but they're definitely not like top 3 or 5. They scored 42 points on one of the better teams in the NFL.
Fantasy would say over.
The Browns might not have Deshaun Watson. He's very, very questionable for this game. He
You guys
hasn't.
tell me DTR is gonna cover 5.5.
He might, and DTR's been awful.
There's really
What in the world is this line?
that's a broken line.
Can someone actually rationalize this line to me?
Deshaun's playing.
I've never, even if Deshaun plays,
Because the Browns defense,
Like,
it's so hard to play in Cleveland.
but even the total,
I
37.5.
No,
I
they're
think it's
they're
going to be
sharp.
like a 17-14.
San Francisco has not really been held to stagnant at all, and they like it. This line is the craziest thing of all time. I mean, you're going to get come kickoff on Sunday, 100% of every person who casually watches football to be betting on San Francisco here.
Yeah.
You have 100% of the bets. I've never seen a
Outside
line
of like Cleveland.
I've never seen a line I'm so confident will have 100% of the money than this line.
99.
And it's 87% of the public, 82% of the money, and
that's
gonna go up.
And that's early money though. That's people
early,
who are
yeah.
already like that number's going way up. I mean, this is the scariest line I've ever seen in my entire life. I have to bet the Browns here. Like you almost have to bet the Browns here. Look at this. There's no reason or rationality behind it. I know it's your game of the month. I'll let you talk after, but I was gonna bet the Browns actually pretty big. I'm gonna scale it back, and maybe I might not even bet this game. But yeah, I just wanted to put my like Tyler warning flag of the week on this one.
That's fine.
I hope the 49ers say. Actually, you know what? I'm not betting at all. I'd lean Browns. I'm not betting at all because I want a mortal to hit. But this is my like warning flag game of the week. Holy shit, something's broken here.
I love it. Warning flag game of the week and biggest flag game of the month.
Yeah.
Talk to us.
Here's the thing, is that when this line first opened and we were first writing the script for this week, the actual line was at 4.5. So that it obviously opened at 4.5. It's moved to 5.5, and I think some books are having it at 6.
Yeah.
You know, the thing is, as long as it's within a touchdown, I genuinely don't care. I understand it's hard to play in Cleveland. I understand that Cleveland's defense is actually somewhat relevant, actually pretty good. I've been watching football my entire life, and I genuinely am convinced this is the best, most explosive, all-around, just perfect offense I've ever seen. Their running back is one of the best that we've seen in the past 10 years. I mean, he's absolutely ridiculous, the most well-rounded person I've ever seen. They have wide receivers up the yin yang. They got Deebo Samuel, they got Brandon Ayuk, both who could be wide receiver ones on any other NFL team. Most NFL teams. Most NFL teams.
What NFL team Brandon Ayuk going on being wide receiver 1?
Texans, Falcons.
I mean, there's a lot.
Wow,
There's a
Mike,
lot.
that was a pretty good rip. Right?
There's
a lot.
There's a couple too.
That's it. That's
I don't know
The
if there's
Giants.
too many more.
Texans, Falcons. I
New
honestly,
York Giants.
no, I'm not starting a fight here, but I have a hot take on that one. But
Steelers?
no, I would say Chargers.
It's the worst take you ever heard in your life. Oh my lord.
Yeah. Again,
What?
not trying to start a fight. Regardless.
This is no.
We might need to stop and talk about that.
stop.
We are stopping. We are stopping and talking about that. No, we are.
I want to time out.
Time out. 30 seconds.
No,
30
it's-
seconds.
30
30
seconds.
seconds.
All right,
Time
all
out.
right.
30 second time out. This is why we have the own episode for it. This is exactly why.
No, please. All right.
What in the actual is that take? That's the worst take I've ever heard in my life. You said Brandon Ayuk.
What is Brandon Ayuk
Look,
that Keenan Allen?
About Keenan Allen.
Genuinely, here's the thing. I might be completely delusional in the fact that
Correct.
I think
Yes.
I think
End
the
of
Niners.
statement, period.
I think the Niners are so well-rounded that they make Brandon Ayuk look better than what he is. I think if he were the only or like the main singular talent in like a wide receiver core, I think he gets guarded more than he is because right now most attention is on Deebo Samuel. And I think with that being said,
You just helped
maybe
the
he not.
Wouldn't that be
The opposite.
the opposite of what you're arguing?
So again, maybe that's where I go back to the beginning of it. Maybe I'm delusional in watching the Niners offense, but I think he's extremely talented regardless. Is that not correct?
No, he's good.
I mean,
But
he's
you just
fine.
said your words literally said, I think the 49ers make him look better than he actually is.
Yeah, again, I prefaced
you
my
went to-
I prefaced my whole thing with maybe I'm
but
deluded.
Let me finish. So you think the 49ers make him look better than he actually is. So if he's not on the 49ers, so when he's a wide receiver one on other teams, wouldn't he
my
be worse?
God.
Isn't that the whole idea of
What?
maybe they're making me delusional?
Taylor's a stat sheet up right now, and I think like it shows like if there's stats, it shows like green all in one, and then you might have one red in the other.
Yeah, Keenan Allen has in every single statistical category is better than Brandon Ayuk.
This
for
year?
one.
Well, I mean, he's
Except
missed
for
games.
one, which
Except
is
for yards per reception.
Well, no, because Brandon Ayuk's missed like 2 games.
Keenan Allen was on a bye, but yeah, it's a one game.
What are the numbers for the season?
On receptions, Keenan Allen has 35, Brandon Ayuk has 21. Targets, 44, 27. Yards, 434 to 378. Yards per reception, Brandon Ayuk actually has 18. Keenan Allen has 12.4.
Those are both really
The
good.
long is 42, which is tied. 20-plus yard passes is 11 to 10, and then touchdowns is 3 to 2.
Who Keenan Allen is?
Keenan Allen.
Keenan Allen.
Keenan Allen's everyone.
I mean, it's really not.
No, that was
Too
a wild
terrible.
take. That was.
Nice.
I'm happy we stopped to just cover that. That was the one. of the
That's
cra-
fine.
that
I
was
mean,
one of the
as I
craziest
said,
things.
I tried to stop myself before it happened.
regardless,
but
regarding
regardless,
Time in.
regardless,
back
regard
in.
me. 49ers offense has me absolutely convinced. There's just, I can't say enough. I'm all over them. As long as it's under a touchdown, I already have 20 plus units on there.
Game
I'm
of the
probably going to be
month.
eyeing more. Game of the month, all in, all in, all in. Niners minus 5.5.
Big play. Mario, you got to pick on this game too?
Dude, this over-under freaked me out when I saw
Crazy.
37.
Yeah.
So I don't even like the over-under, but I'm just going to take the under because that's just crazy.
it has to be the other.
It just has to be the under,
has to
right?
be.
Like, so I don't even like it because I just genuinely think it has to go over. But no, Vegas set it so low. I'm just going to play it safe, take the under. I'm not going to be betting this game very heavily, like anything. I'm going to just enjoy it as a fan. If Deshaun Watson plays, I kind of see Tyler's case for taking the Browns. But if DTR plays, then I think this spread will change a lot.
Yeah.
And I think 49ers run away with it because I don't think DTR
He was
will.
awful when he played.
Well, he's playing against the best defense. too.
Yeah.
So I don't think he'll put up any points.
get murdered.
So I think it'll be easy cover. So that's probably what we need to hope for.
Yeah, for the mortal.
Regardless of the quarterback, final score 31-3.
That's wild.
That's wild.
It's not
But,
going to be close.
I
Not gonna be
think
close.
I think Cleveland's defense obviously is very good. I think
Yeah.
they hold CMC rushing, not saying receiving. He's still going to be very effective because.
Yeah, their defense is.
But they have. I think they have one of the best run
They do.
defenses. So
they might have the best
No,
run
but
defense.
I think that's what we kind of saw last week was Dallas put an emphasis on trying to stop Christian McCaffrey.
It didn't
And
work.
I mean, it worked to an extent. Like Christian McCaffrey had his worst game of the year, which is
Yeah,
like
whatever.
2.5 yards per carry or
660
something.
and a
Yeah, but-
touchdown,
Yeah,
whatever.
They
it
have
was.
enough weapons everywhere else.
But that was the problem: is Brock Purdy was dealing. I mean,
Yeah.
he could get the ball downfield, and
Also-
the Cowboys had.
Kyle,
answer.
Kyle Shannon needs his flowers. He's a genius.
He's a genius.
Like every
yeah.
offensive play is just perfect.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Also, sorry, can I just say one more really quick thing? Also, back to that conversation Tyler and I were having about Brock Purdy. It's like Brock Purdy, the thing that makes him actually good and actually relevant is that not is he making the most insane, ridiculous plays week in, week out, but he's not putting his team in a bad situation.
Yeah.
Most importantly, above everything, he's not turning the ball over on a consistent rate. He's not just screwing them when they're in a tight spot or they have to have a first down or whatever. He's being able to like actually deliver. I do
I'm so
convinced.
have to say,
So convinced.
Brock Purdy was never under pressure that game.
No.
Like,
Their
I
line
watched
is
it,
ridiculous.
Well, I mean, Trent Williams literally. Trent Williams owned Micah Parsons.
No, their offensive line is
actually,
ridiculous.
Well, did you-
And I think maybe this is just a theory. I think if the Browns can get to the quarterback, I don't know if they can because obviously the 49ers
Trent Williams
offensive line is ridiculous. If they can, that's going to be the decision maker.
Yeah. Did you just side note on how good their offensive line was? Did you see Micah Parsons not show up on the stat sheet?
What do you mean?
Yeah,
Zero.
The only
anything.
thing he had was
pressures.
a pressure.
He had a quarterback pressure, which isn't an
That's
actual
insane.
stat.
That's not an actual
Michael
out of
Parsons
control.
was
Myles
not
Garrett
on the stat
unheard of.
sheet.
Myles Garrett's gonna have a better game than
Yeah,
Micah
probably.
Parsons.
But
That's
do you guys
like
have
unheard
picks?
of.
I know
Kyle
we've been
Shanahan.
talking about this game kind of back and forth.
Just
but
give me.
yeah.
I'll ride with Mike 49ers. I see the case for Browns, like I said, but I would say if there's a play, under.
All right.
Yeah, the only thing about the Browns is their offense isn't good, in my opinion. Deshaun Watson coming off injury, coming off whatever year, I just don't think he's that
He
good.
hasn't played in a couple weeks.
I think their offense is not good enough to keep up, and 49ers are going to score points. So it might be the under, which I like because it's weird. But I think the 49ers win handily by 2 scores here. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if Deshaun Watson is not healthy, and then you bet on the Browns plus the 6, and DTR's playing, you're done.
I mean,
You're
give
lost.
me your money.
And not, let alone the fact that you have to sweat it out with Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, Deshaun's
So you just have to take the safe play here and be okay with the result.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the game's gonna be a game, but you just have to take the 49ers here.
Ooh, 24-3, 49ers.
All right. Well, it's game of the month for Mike.
31-3. I mean, I've never made a bet. This is one of the bigger bets I've placed in my life.
By the way, if
Electric.
anyone cares, the 49ers team total over is 21.5. Browns
Wow,
is 16
I
and a
will
half.
smash the over.
Browns is 16 and a half.
16 and a half.
Oh, I'll bet the under.
Yeah,
on
you-
that.
Yeah, same here.
God.
I mean,
Never mind, we already talked about
37.
it. We already talked about it. Those lines just tell you everything you need to know. What Vegas thinks is going to happen. That's
I mean,
crazy.
it's the
I'm-
NFL.
I'm
you know,
21-17.
Yeah, right there.
I mean, if I'm a fish, I'm dead. Like that, it's not. I'm swimming. I'm dead.
yeah, Vegas
There's
might,
no water from the swim. He's
Vegas,
not-
might, Vegas might be fishing
dried
with
up.
dynamite this week and just like
Fishing
toss a
with-
nuke in
Yeah.
the ocean. Next game, big game. Colts at Jacksonville. Jacksonville finally back on this side of the pond after 2 games in London, going 2-0 on that side of the pond, beating the Bills last week. Jags minus 4.5. Over under is 45.5. Mario, tell me what you think here.
Week 1, I took the Jags to cover against the Colts. They covered. It's beautiful. Without Anthony Richardson this week, I think they easily cover. I know for some reason you said 4.5.
4.5.
Some books have it at 4.
It's 4.5 right now.
Dude, either way, it's a weird line. I just not sold on Gardner Minshew coming out and delivering a masterclass. So I know the Jags, I mean, I don't know. I feel like they're kind of finding a little bit of a momentum, especially that big win last week against the Bills. So give me the Jags minus 4 or 4.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually going off a similar logic, I think the Colts not having Anthony Richardson is absolutely massive. Not only that, but you also have to remember that JT is having a second week back, so he's really like gonna get back into his groove now. Also, he signed his extension, so good for you. I don't really care, but whatever, good for you.
And they ran Zach Moss like 40 times last week.
But here's the thing, is that the running game isn't going to matter if they're just going to trail behind the entire time. And, I mean, if they don't have Anthony Richardson, they're not going to close that gap. JT won't be relevant. Yeah, I'm going to take the Jags minus 4.
Yeah, I got the jersey on here. Shout out Travis Etienne. Had one hell of a game, 30 fantasy points last week. Went crazy. Gave him like 26 carries at like 140 all-purpose yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Absolute beast. Love that he's playing well. The Jags are an interesting team this year. Yeah. I bet them every week no matter what because I'm a Clemson guy and Trevor Lawrence and Travis are on the team. But they're not the team I thought they would be. I thought their offense would be crazy. Their defense would be pretty good. Their defense has, besides like 2 games or like 1.5 games, their defense has looked really, really good.
Yeah.
The score in the Bills game was not representative of what it was. They held Josh Allen and the Bills, that offense, Josh Allen, MVP favorite right now, Josh Allen, to 7 points, like decently into the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And then Bills were playing from behind. They had like a 95-yard drive and like with 2 minutes left when they were already down
like
2
34
touchdowns.
seconds.
Yeah, there's like they got a lot of like fake stat numbers there. The Jags dominated the Bills, and they really took care of the Falcons. Falcons aren't that good, but I don't know, 2 back-to-back weeks where the Jags defense really didn't give up anything big at all. Their running game looks awesome, and Trevor and the receivers have not been on the same page at all. Like, they're dropping balls. Trevor does not have a lot of touchdown passes. He's thrown for yards, but I don't know. This is much less the offensive juggernaut and much more of a defensive team, which makes me like them even more for like the long term. I think this could be a good playoff team. This spread being small kind of scares me, especially because it's in Jacksonville. Yeah. But I'm always betting the Jags here. So, yeah, give me Jacksonville. They're winning the division.
Yeah, I'm told myself I'm going to stop betting on AFC South divisional games. I literally have no idea what's going on. Every year it's the same thing. The worst team upsets the best team beats the second best team, whatever you need. I'm not going to take a side here. I would lean toward Jacksonville -4.5 just because, I mean, they're the better team. They're coming off a good win. They're traveling a lot. Yeah. It's just tough. But because of that, I'm going to take the under in this game, especially with all the players out and like people. I don't know what they're going to do with Jonathan Taylor, Zach Moss. They're going to split it, whatever they're going to do.
Jags unders, too, have been.
Jags unders, and also the Jags traveling $1 million to come back after being in London for so long. I like the under 46.
3 weeks in a row. Yeah. Tate?
Colts 9-8, division winner.
This is one of their wins, right?
Big win for them.
This is going to be a big win for them with their backup quarterback +4.5.
They actually need to win this one because they lost the first one.
Yeah, they lost the first one. And they should have covered that game, actually, too.
This is a must-win for
Tate. That was actually kind of a sick game.
Because Richardson got hurt. Gardner came in. Tells you all you need to know about Gardner.
Gardner's a very closeted, still loves the Jags. Like, because that was his team.
Like, I like the line in this.
Now, the Colts might not win this game, but I absolutely think they keep it within. I still am not sold on the Jags offense. Let's be reminded last week that the Bills had. I'm not kidding you. I mean, every single play, the Bills were carting someone off the field last week. It was in the morning.
Well, the Bills' season might be over. Their 2 best defenders are out.
It was insane. Like, I'm not kidding. It was every single play they had a player going out for injury, and they were still like, So I think the Colts are good enough to hang within the 4.5 points pretty easily. This is going to be on the card.
Wow. Sure. I like it. Saints at Texans. How the hell did this turn into a big game? Why do we care about it? Because they're both playing out of their minds. New Orleans -1.5 over under 42.5, obviously. Mr. Saint, go ahead.
Yeah, give me the Saints in this spot. I really like the way our offense looked, especially I mentioned before with Alvin Kamara back in the lineup. We're looking kind of like what I thought we would look like in preseason, like at least potential-wise. So, and another week, Derek Carr, I think, is just getting healthier, coming off that injury where he had to miss a few weeks ago. Texans are a good team, though. I mean, I'm not going to underestimate them, but I have 1.5. You said 2?
I see 1.5.
Oh, 1.5? Okay, yeah, 1.5. Yeah. 1.5, I think, is just like so little. It's almost a pick 'em, dude, at that point. Like, yeah, give me the Saints. Very dominant defensive performance last week as well.
Yeah. So. I mean, Saints last week they look good.
Yeah, and I think also, just a quick note, I think Dennis Allen, he's not the best head coach, but he's been an excellent defensive coordinator for us, and he's always kept our defense in check. I think he'll scheme up a good game against a rookie, CJ Stroud, who's been playing very well, and I think actually has a very good future. But I just think, I mean, it's tough for rookies to be perfect every week. I think he's going to face a tough defense. And I mean, it's very, very little points to cover. So I think Saints pull this out.
Yep.
Well, this is actually going to reflect back on my upset pick of the week, which is the Texans at +100. But anyways, I actually didn't think this was a difficult spot, especially when we're picking the Texans +1.5. I, first of all, don't think the Patriots are good. So I think the Saints absolutely destroying them doesn't really say that much. I understand that the Patriots are able to hold the Dolphins offense to like minimal points. I understand all of that completely. The thing is that I think this game means a lot more for CJ Stroud. I think he can actually make a serious argument for like why he should be favored as Rookie of the Year with this game. And I think pressure's on him, right? And so I think he's going to hopefully live up to a pressure, and he's going to really grow into that NFL quarterback shoes, and this is the time to do it. So I'm taking Texans +1.5.
Yeah, I love this line. I'm all over New Orleans -1.5. I think this is a really easy spot. They found something in New Orleans. They can actually win that division. I respect the hell out of CJ Stroud for having such a good rookie season. I think he will win Rookie of the Year.
I don't think there's any pressure on him.
He deserves it.
Well, him or Bijan, right?
He's a big favorite. No, it'll go to. We'll see how it finishes.
Usually goes a quarterback.
I got to bet. Do you see the overhead footage of Bijan with the behind the back crossover?
Oh, dude, it's so sick.
Dude, that made me want to bet on Bijan. That was cool.
He's awesome.
He's just playing around.
He's awesome.
I think CJ's got Rookie of the Year, barring anything crazy or unfortunate happening in the bag. There's a reason New Orleans are favorites on the road here. They have a lot to play for. This should be one of those they should be able to check off in the win column and move on. Worry about the divisional games. I don't think the Houston Texans score here. They've been putting up points. They've only had 2 wins. They won back-to-back weeks. Steelers, Jags, my 2 favorite teams. They just went after me or something for hating Ohio State in the past. But yeah, they're 2-3. I don't think they have a realistic shot of winning the division, and I think this is a Saints spot where you can alt spread this one up quite a bit. Give me Saints in a big way.
Yeah, I'm completely opposite on that way. I think this is going to be another
surprise.
Yeah, no surprise there.
Well, I have no idea why people aren't liking the Texans as much. They beat.
Yeah, I'm with you, kid.
Regardless of the defense, we've been talking about the Jags defense, which has been great.
Yeah.
Steelers defense is better, if not one of the. Regardless of who scores in the Texans played a good game against the Steelers. Steelers still a top 3 defense.
They did lose to the Falcons last week, though.
But it was the thing I said when Falcons get up with that run game. It's just tough to beat. It's just one of those games, and also it's in Atlanta. I don't think Ritter's ever lost in Atlanta. It's just one of those weird anomalies. But anyways, I think this is a game where they are going to do what they did to the Jags and the Steelers, and they're going to roll. I have a feeling that Texans are going to put up a lot of points this week. And I love CJ Stroud. He doesn't, knock on wood, but the biggest thing for a rookie not to do with a good team is turn the ball over. Literally hasn't. He hasn't thrown a pick, which is he has the record while the record shattered for not throwing a pick however many passes yards. I just think that they're going to do what they did to the last 2 defenses they thought were going to shut them down and roll them. And then, no offense, the Saints' offense isn't good. You could see what you want. They've had one 100-yard
receiver. With Alvin
receiver.
Kamara, I think they're a different beast.
They had their best receiver. Their best
Yeah.
receiver had 63 yards the past 2 weeks or whatever. With Alvin Kamara, without whatever you want to call it. Olave hasn't done shit.
Derek
Carr's not
we don't need him to.
He's been
That's
hurt.
The thing.
Yeah, they scored 34.
Yeah, he's just
because
a
of pick. You had a pick 6 and 2 picks inside the other team's 50.
Yeah,
So
our defense is good.
But you're not. All right.
I mean, scoring 34 in an NFL game is a lot for one team.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like the Cowboys logic. They scored 42-0 and their defense carried the whole thing. So if we were going back to the same thing.
Wait, who?
When the Cowboys scored
Niners.
42-0 against the Giants, and their offense did literally barely anything, but it was perfect on the stat sheet.
Yeah, I mean,
So I just think that they're gonna CJ Stroud's gonna throw all over this defense. Yeah, they've already played. The Steelers are better than the Saints in my opinion. The Jags are comparable with the Saints in my opinion. And I think Stroud's gonna do what he did.
Wait, Steelers are better than the Saints, and the Jags are comparable to the Saints. So Steelers are better than Jags.
Yep.
Yeah, not even a question in my mind.
Wow.
I've watched the Jaguars offense. They are discombobulated. You stop ETN and they have literally nowhere to go.
I would love to have us rank the 32
Wow.
teams and see
They both have.
I feel like
they're both leading the division the same record, and Steelers questionably have better wins.
it's been 5 weeks, but yeah.
No, it's 5 weeks.
Better wins.
And the Jags beat the Bills in London after coming back. Bills traveled.
Okay. Yeah,
Steelers
that's
beat the 2 rivals.
We don't need to
and-
get into that.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think this will be an interesting game. I think the spread is I think it's really surprisingly close, especially after a blowout win from the Saints last week and a really impressive performance from their defense. I think I'm just gonna have to side with the Saints defense this week too. I think Kamara does make a difference, and I'm just gonna ride with that. I think CJ Stroud might actually throw us. And the funny thing was, I keep hearing people say, "Oh, this is the week CJ Stroud's gonna throw a pick." I mean, he hasn't turned the ball over, and he's played some really elite defenses in the Ravens, the Steelers, the Jags, the Colts. I mean, he's faced some very good defenses. I think the Saints secondary is a little different, but I think we'll see. I think he might if CJ Stroud throws a pick this week, I think the Saints win. If not, I think the Texans win.
Yeah. No, I don't know. This is a scary one for me because their offense looks electric, but they've only scored over 20 points twice. So they've
Rookie quarterback.
I don't know. Yeah, it's a rookie quarterback. We'll see what happens. This will be a fun game regardless. Last game we got on the card, the Monday Night Football game. This spread is freaking awesome. Cowboys at Chargers. Dallas -2, total 51. Oh, I love this game so much. Tate, go ahead. Go ahead. Tell the people your pick.
Oh my gosh. This is just one of those games,
You know what I mean?
I mean, the Chargers coming off a bye. The Cowboys coming off a
bye.
Yeah, a bye.
loss.
Gosh, their
ass
offense was on a
whooping.
bye last week.
Our team was on.
Did you hear Micah Parsons streamed afterwards? Said this became personal for him.
Yeah.
After they lost 42-10.
Now it's personal.
You know what?
Because you wear
now.
a shirt.
Yeah.
This might be awful, but I am gonna take the Cowboys, but I love the over in this game.
Wow.
I absolutely love the over. Eckler's gonna be back. I think the Chargers offense is gonna be cooking up some plays. They'll score some points, but I think the Cowboys win in like an actual shootout. It's gonna be weird, yeah.
Yeah, barring the Cowboys not playing the best team in all football by a mile, I just think they're gonna come back and be fine this week.
Plus, the Chargers find a way to lose all the time.
Yep.
That's a big
That's
fact.
the key point.
Yeah, I mean, the Cowboys aren't a bad team. They had a bad week. Their defense is very good still. They just got murdered by probably the best offense in the league. I mean, you're saying the Cowboys aren't a top 5 defense.
I didn't say a thing yet.
You already said it.
He did.
Yeah,
You already
you did.
said
You
it.
did.
You
You
already
say
said
that.
the words.
No, they're definitely not a top 5 defense.
I'm saving
I
it for
think
it. Say whatever you want. But yeah, this will be an easy win. They'll win by like 10. The Chargers offense they're just gonna be slow. I mean, you take out Keenan Allen, you get to Herbert, and they're very slow. Their offensive line is very weak on the Chargers. Just saying, the Raiders almost took care of them 2 weeks ago with Aiden O'Donnell at corner. So at quarterback. So I like the Cowboys here. I like the under actually. I think the Cowboys just beat them defensively. Go back to a normal Cowboys defense. So yeah.
Yeah. This is a big play for me.
I know where this is going.
Yeah, I mean, this is the Chargers. It's the Chargers +2. This Cowboys team sucks. I'm sorry. Like, the Cowboys are really good at beating the crap out of and inflating both offensive and defensive numbers against bad teams. We talked about this in the weekend update. I have their games here, right? They beat the Giants, one of the worst teams in the NFL, 40-0. They beat the Jets, one of the worst teams in the NFL, 30-10. They lost to one of the worst teams in the NFL, in the Cardinals. They gave up 28 to the Cardinals and only scored 16 on offense against their defense. They then blew out the Patriots, as every team does. The Saints blew out the Patriots.
Except for the Eagles and Dolphins.
And then the 49ers just beat them 42-10. So their 2 losses, they gave up 28 and 42. That's not usually the signs of a great defense. And the Chargers are very well rested. The Cowboys, I mean, without Trayvon Diggs, that secondary looks miserable. They gave up, Brock Purdy threw 4 touchdowns, 3 of which to the same person. Like, Kittle didn't get hit last week. Yeah. He literally didn't get hit last week. And everyone was walking around like this team's a joke. This team's a complete joke. They're an embarrassment of a franchise. They haven't won shit in forever. They can't do anything, and they fall apart. Dak Prescott sucks. 3 interceptions in 1 game. He's gonna hit his 10 number at midseason. I mean, this is almost a max play. It's in the conversation for mortals if I would immortal NFL games, but I am all over the Chargers. People are gonna bet the Cowboys. They're like, oh, small number, good team. No, sorry, bad team. Chargers, easy way. The easy way.
The easy way.
The easy way.
The easy button.
Yeah, I hate doing this. I really hate doing this, but I gotta take the Cowboys -2.
Good.
My NFL percentage is higher than yours,
Facts.
but
Is it?
yeah, it is.
Go ahead, keep talking.
Because,
No,
yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
I'm
Continue.
the best. Anyways, as much as I hate the Cowboys and as much as I don't have faith in Dak, I hate Justin Herbert a lot
Same
more.
percent for NFL, but continue.
Yeah, but I'm still better.
Okay.
I think I have a natural detest for Justin Herbert, and it's in the similar category, but not as strong as Jonathan Taylor. I don't know why. Just hate him. Have to bet against him.
Where did these
Cowboy?
You just like randomly like hate people every week. Like,
Well, actually, you know what? Most
don't
of
you
it
hate
is
Dak?
no.
yeah, you used to hate Dak.
I do still hate Dak. And I think Dak is gonna have a terrible
But when
game.
did Herbert get on the card first?
Well, actually,
Where's the hate? When are you gonna drop the hate list?
Well,
I want to see the hate
all
list.
hate.
Oh my God, I have so many.
I want to
But-
see the love-hate list.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the
It's
love
just
list is also
Bijan.
long.
Just Bijan. It's Texas players,
Bijan,
Saquon Barkley,
Saquon.
and Rams players.
And the 49ers offense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, my hatred for Justin Herbert came when Tyler last year in fantasy was trying to make it. Was it the first round playoffs or
No,
trying to get
this
into
was,
playoffs?
This was to go into the championship.
To go
and then
into a
I would've won the
championship.
but it's not important.
may have had a spot to play for it. But anyways, Justin Herbert, absolutely miserable game. Just threw like pick after pick. Yeah. He had like -2 at the end of it. And ever since then, I was like, this guy freaking sucks. Yeah. I'm never going to root for him.
One game
and then
besides.
Also, yeah, no, he does. Yeah, he sucks. And also, I'm a Rams fan. I naturally cannot like the Chargers, so I'm always going to root against them. Similar to how I absolutely hate the Clippers because I'm a lifelong Laker fan. Same logic. I can't.
Sure. Eckler will be playing, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't care.
All right.
Yeah, Eckler's back.
I don't
Mario,
care.
go ahead.
Yeah.
In a big way.
Eckler's back in a big way.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is kind of a weird game. I think big game from the Cowboys defense. I think Micah Parsons probably gets like 2 sacks here. I still think Chargers put up points though. So I'm going to lean on the over because I think Cowboys will score. I think Chargers will score. Chargers just love to lose in like the best way. So I kind of
both these teams love losing.
Yeah, both these teams love losing. I just think Chargers love losing just a little bit more.
It's fair.
Cowboys love getting blown out, but Chargers love to lose everything.
Yeah. So I think Chargers get up on the Cowboys, and then Cowboys come back. I think they cover the 2. So give me Cowboys -2. I don't love it though.
Am I the only one on the Chargers?
Well, give me my big play would be the over.
Same. I'm also on the over.
I mean, I could see the Chargers if they actually like know how to win. No, they don't. Brandon Staley's terrible. No, give me the Cowboys -2. He's literally Brandon Staley. This is my word exactly. Chargers will be winning, and then Brandon Staley will choke this game.
Yeah.
Probably.
So
I think vice versa, and then Dak chokes it. I'm excited to watch it. It'll be a great Monday Night Football game. But all right, let's make our picks. It is time for the cards.
Yep. Bang.
All right, it's that time of the episode. We gave you the college football games and the college football cards on Thursday. We gave you the upsets and the mortals on Thursday as well. We just went over all the NFL games. That leaves one thing left for us to talk about. It's the NFL cards. We're starting with Tate. Let me hear what you have for your slate.
Okay, if you watched on Thursday, I spent way too much time on my college football card. This is going to be lightning round, NFL football. Here we go. Commanders +2.5 at the Falcons. Vikings at Bears over 44.5. 49ers -5.5 at the Browns. Colts +4 at the Jaguars. Eagles -7 at Jets. Bills Giants over 44. Rams -7 versus the Cardinals. McVay owns the Cardinals. Chargers versus Cowboys over 51. Raiders -3 versus the Patriots. Ravens -4 at the Titans.
Pause. Leave it up for an extra second because that was way too fast. And now we're good. Let the viewers take a gander, you know?
Oh yeah, let them.
Yeah, no, because you literally just and so like I'm letting the viewers catch up.
Wait, what did I do?
Because when you were
he's typing it in, so that's funny. You'll be able to see the quick bing bang thing.
Throw a little space bar in there and just pause it, look, and then move on.
And you'll love it though. You'll bet all of it and you'll love it.
Absorb it. Move on.
All of it.
That was the anti-Tate card from college where it was like a 4-minute segment.
Yeah.
30 seconds.
That was like 40 seconds.
All right, so if you guys watch the Thursday episode, you know out of my total cards for my college picks on Thursday, NFL picks on Friday, I'll be giving $50 to one lucky person who comments on one of the 3 videos. If you comment more, you get multiple chances out of the $50. If I go under 60%, which I won't. I'm going to go over 60%. I'm so confident in it that I will be giving you $50 if I go below 60%.
Sharp.
So comment on this video, comment on the one yesterday in college, comment on the Wednesday roundup, and you'll have a chance for a free roll of $50. But onto my card. We start with the Seahawks-Bengals over 46. Seahawks always go over. Easy bet. Bears +2.5 versus Vikings. I'm going to keep betting them to cover until they miss. Commanders +2.5 versus the Falcons. I don't think the Falcons are that good. Commanders, I think defensively will have a good game this week. Dolphins first half -7 versus Carolina. I think they destroy them early, and just in case, they have a lot of injuries on that team right now. Slow it down in the second half. Patriots Raiders over 41. This is one of the weird games. I think they just score a lot. I think Josh Jacobs will run all over the Patriots, and it's going to be a high-scoring game. Rams -7 versus the Cardinals. Like you said, McVay owns that team. Eagles -7 against the Jets. Jets had a good game last week. Give them credit, but Eagles are way better. It's going to be a murder. And then Bills total team over 29.5 versus the Giants. The Giants are just known to give up 40. So this team total over for the Bills, free.
Yep.
Wow.
I love it.
All right.
Love it.
If you've been paying attention, my NFL has been getting better and better and better through the weeks. I'm now at 65% for the year on NFL picks. I feel very dialed in. So I condensed my card. These are 5 picks. There's a very good chance these go 5-0, and a lot of them are against the grain.
Wow.
You're not going to love betting these, but I'm just telling you, they're winners. And we talked about a lot of them already. Vikings Bears over 44.5. This bet hits every week, and this is no different. Don't overthink it. Jags minus 4.5. Another don't overthink it spot. They're much better than the Colts, regardless of what the Colts defense might have to say about that. The Jags are going to score points this week, I think, and this should be an easy cover. Saints minus 1.5. This game, one of my favorite games of the week. We already talked about it a bunch, but they are a good team. The Texans have a good player. They're not a good team. The Saints get this one done. Bucks plus 3 at home over the Lions. I also love the outright here. The Bucks, people aren't sold on them yet. People are very sold on the Lions. I think you're going to see a lot of the handle on the Lions at home here. I love the Bucks though. I wouldn't be surprised if the handle was on the Lions, the money ended up being on the Bucks. Definitely take this one outright too. And then the Chargers plus 2. Also take this one outright. We already talked about that. This is a Monday night whooping. The Cowboys are going to go into shock mode. No one's going to think they can get blown out 2 games in a row. That's exactly what's going to happen. Those are the picks.
Alrighty, I love it. So we're going to start with the Texans plus 1.5 against the Saints. They are also my upset, so it only makes sense that I'm going to ride on double.
He's a rider.
Second one is going to be a strictly based off principle. It's the same as always. It's like most of the money is on one side, but most of the percentage is on the other. Falcons Commanders under 42. We're going to go with the Bears Vikings over 44.5. The Saints Texans under 41.5. Dolphins minus 13.5. Second favorite offense in the NFL now.
Ooh.
Rams minus 6.5. As Ryan mentioned, McVay owns. And I love the Rams. And then we're going to go with the Eagles minus 7 versus the Jets. And finish it off with the Jags minus 4 against the Colts.
Sharp.
Very good, very good. All right, on my card, I'm going to start off with the Ravens minus 4 against the Texans. Bears Vikings over 44.
Wait, Titans.
Titans, not the Texans.
Yeah, sorry, Titans.
I know, Michael got in your head, I know.
Yeah, I know. I have Titans written down too. Ravens minus 4 against the Titans. Bears Vikings over 44. Seahawks plus 3 against the Bengals. Also the over 45. Saints minus 1.5 against the Texans. Jaguars minus 4 or 4.5 against the Colts. Dolphins minus 13.5 against the Giants. Eagles minus 7 against the Jets. And last but not least, don't love it, but Cowboys minus 2 against Chargers.
Ooh.
Love it.
All right, there you have it. That is all the cards. We did our mortal locks and everything on Thursday, but I just want to reiterate what the parlay is and how much it can pay you if it hits.
Tell them again.
49ers minus 5.5 over the
Big
Browns.
game of the month.
Game of the month.
Game of the month.
Over 63.5 in the UL Monroe Texas State game.
It's free.
It might be. BYU TCU over 53.
Keaton's loves to get it done.
He
Shout out Keaton.
better.
Shout out Keaton.
North Carolina minus 3.5 versus Miami.
Drake May, friend of the pod.
Bet it and win.
Tez Walker.
Last game, over 52.5 Missouri Kentucky.
Luther
those-
Burden.
Luther Burden.
If those 5 bets hit, we give out $1,200 to one of you.
Bang.
It's a free
All you have to
roll.
do-
Come on.
On any of the videos we post every week, so that's Wednesday recap, Thursday college football, Friday NFL. Like, comment, and make sure you're subscribed in order for us to pick you. You need to be subscribed to win. And yeah, we already gave out, we hit this 2 weeks ago. We gave out the money to a subscriber. It was just so happened to be our most active one. You get more entries if you're more active.
Yeah.
So comment on all the videos. And if you comment on the videos, you get Ryan's free roll. If he's under 60%,
Yeah.
he
$50.
gives you $50. So yeah, we're trying to give away money. And I like the look of this parlay. It's got a lot going
lot
on.
of juice going on.
So yeah, that was the NFL episode. We're gonna be doing this every week. Recap Wednesday, college Thursday, NFL Friday. Tate, tell the people what they have to do.
Yeah.
You know what, cameraman Kevin? Let's let Michael tell the people what to do.
Oh, switch it up.
The reverse.
Alrighty, folks. You know what you should be doing? You should be dropping a like. And then you should be leaving a comment.
Ooh.
Oh.
But before you do all of that, you should, that little red beautiful button by our channel, hit the subscribe button, and then the little bell next to that, turn that on so you
Ding,
get
ding,
all the notifications when we post Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, every week, every short, stay up to date, DJ hours.
Yep.
Bang!
Let's get it.
Enjoy the weekend. Good luck on your bets.